Well, hello everybody, this is Frogman. Welcome back to Manufactio Nuclear Edition. I have been kind of a little bit busy in between episodes doing a little bit of fooling around with some technology that we unlocked a little while ago, and I figured it was just something that I could kind of play with on my own. We unlocked the wireless power, which gives us Tesla towers and the little bitty kinds of things that will allow us to transfer a little bit of power around without all the cables. So I did go ahead and build a couple of them. There are a couple. Well, I think there's a total of 9 out right now. They're a little limiting on how things work. Where did I put them all? Let me get this out and we can kind of play with it a little bit. But I'd like to at least speak on these today before we start with our main project because I kind of waited a little too long, I think, to mess with these. And the reason why I think I kind of waited a little too long is because we could have probably saved a little bit on these things. The base is still going to continue to go that direction, but we've been using generally these kinds of energy transfer since we pretty much have had the access to them. And well, it's not an amazing technology, but it does do the work. So I kind of wanted to touch on it a little bit. So Tesla Tower, again, not too terribly hard to make as far as the parts actually. Can I get this to go? They are batteries, so that means they're battery banks, which means you need to have to be able to create the redstone batteries as well as the normal circuits. And you also need to be able to make the purified copper, all those kinds of fun things. Again, this is kind of one of those, you just craft a handful of them up as you need to. So you craft a handful of these up as you need to. And then they utilize these little energy receivers that kind of look a little bit like this to transfer power from this to that. And they're not hard to make either. They're just iron gears and, again, some more of that purified copper wire. And we have all of this stuff. We've had it for a while. It's just I don't know why I haven't been bothering to use it. So I went ahead in here in a couple of places and just kind of stuck them in, or at least I stuck them in the majority of the factory, aside from this section right here and the section that's right back here. And it's mainly due to the fact that they have a limiting of 500 RF or AF or whatever, IF or whatever we're looking at, 500 energy per tick, which is fine until you start talking about machines like this. So all of these machines share power through the connectors on the side. So 500 on both ends would still be 1,000. And as far as I know, I think we have like, what, 12 or 13 of these in here. That wouldn't be enough to keep these all running at the same time, should they all need to be running at the same time. And the same thing kind of goes for upstairs where we have our wire makers. All of this is still hooked in using this kind of stuff because they're going to get a little bit ornery when it comes to power. This side over here, our what I'm calling the mall or our manufacturing facility building or just structure, I've left it out mainly because I want to make sure this has always got as much power as it needs. Now, I've converted over some of these areas that are not necessarily running all the time, and like this area back here where our alloys are, they have their own thing. These don't take a lot of power to run, so I left them or moved them. And of course, some of this other stuff back here, I went ahead and changed all this out as well, just to kind of put a little bit of things. And it got rid of some of the pipe mess, which is not a bad thing. And although it's going to cost me, it cost me a little bit of stuff over the amount of time. And I think we still have some more laying around in some chests and a few other places. But anyhow, I did do another major kind of a change, I guess, major change over here is that I went ahead and pulled all of the science making assemblers out of that factory building and put them over here. So we're now making green science and red science, green science, and blue science on the wall over here. And I've gone ahead and set up some more of the laboratories because we're going to need to start working on making some other sciences. And that's kind of one of the things I want to do today because we're going to work towards creating yellow science as we go. This is going to be kind of the end goal This is going to be the kind of goal for the next several episodes. But I do know that we can actually knock out purple fairly quickly. We already have the assembly machine up and running and automated because we have to automate these green ones. So that means all we need to do now is automate the chemical plant package and the electric furnace package, which both of those we can do. I mean, we've got all of this stuff sitting around as far as I know. I mean, we're kind of short, well, not kind of short, but we don't have a lot of cobalt steel, but we can definitely make some stuff out of that. And click the right button. Chemical plants, again, all of this stuff that we've got right here is automated. So I went ahead by pulling these out, or at least the green and the red. That means that there's 2 assembly machines right up there that we can use to, well, make the parts we need to make the parts for the next step, which is purple. So let's get to that really quickly. I think actually we need to, how much is it? Before I get too excited, I think we need to unlock it. Did we unlock it? We need 100. Okay, give me 1, 2, and then unlock it. Submit. Thank you. How much for the yellow while we're at it? Another 100? Let's just get that done too. So, nice. All right, so that's 2 things we can work towards. So let me see. 1, 2, 3. You're going to be purple, and you're going to be yellow as we go. So doing the same thing here, this is just going to allow us to pull the material out of the factory buildings and bring them into here so that we can make what we need to make. So let me think. Purple will be basically as simple as a programming of a bunch of stuff up here. So let's go up to the 2nd floor. There. And like I said, I believe both of these 2, all I need to do with you guys is make chemical plants and electric furnaces. So do I have my paper on me? No, I left it down there. Shoot. Where is my box? Come here, box. Actually, if we just go over here, let me hunt down those real quick, and then we can go upstairs and go to work. Chemical is what? Okay, so let's see. P13, P45. Let's go upstairs to the 2nd floor. Hook these up, get them going. And I think we should be reasonably okay to say that they'll just work on this level. So, all right, so we need to have that marked, and we need to have that marked. So chemical plant marked to you. You can be over here, and these shouldn't, like, they shouldn't take much at all because we've got everything already set. All I need to do is just hook some stuff up. So don't need you. There should be a provider back here already because I already kind of just cleaned this mess up. So a chemical plant requires steel plates, steel gears, circuits, and fluid ducts. So 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, we should be able to do that with this, right? 1, 2, 3, 4. Go. And I set that one up, already saw it. Wrong. Should probably just upgrade these to the other ones, but whatever. All right, so simple, easy. You need steel plate, steel gear, and circuits and stuff. So steel gear, steel plate, fluid ducts, which I probably should upgrade that one downstairs to that because we've got quite a few things now that are using the fluid ducts. And switch circuit, that one. All right. And that should turn that one into a machine to make the stuff, right? Missing input items. Okay, so that's going to craft that nice and fast. Whoop, nope, I don't want that. Cool. Chemical plants are in there. All right, so then the next part is the electric furnace, which is concrete, circuits, and cobalt steel. So we can just do that, and this. And do concrete, and then figure out where it is. I think it's not that one, it's that one. The red circuit. And cobalt steel. Cobalt steel plates, right? Cobalt steel plates. Ouch, that's going to hurt. We're going to have to figure out a way to get some more cobalt steel. Because we don't have a lot of it. Badoop. Are we making things? Missing one more thing. What are we missing? Concrete. Circuits. Cobalt steel. You should be good. There we go. All right, and then you are going to make a electric furnace eyes. Good deal. Awesome. Electric furnace package. So that means all we got to do now is come over here, fall off the thing, take this one, and make it make purple. Put that up there. They're so handy because at least now I don't have to worry about all that silliness of trying to carry things around all the time. So there. One of these and one of those will jump up here and do the same thing as I've been doing with everybody else, which is that lined up nicely this time. Beautiful. So you need to be, can I put that in there? No. Chemical plant there. I'm going to do this even though I know it's going to be slow. I'm going to do that because I know it's going to be slow, but I don't need thousands of these sitting around in the inventories of our various machines. Electric furnace, go. And then assembly machine, which I already have these opened up, built, and have had them built for a while. And there, and then yours should be ready to go as soon as you get these parts over here. Actually, I think let's do this. It's gonna be slow. Do this anyway. Just do something like that. I know we have modules that I can use to probably limit the amount of stuff in these. I just haven't had the time to sit down. We're waiting on the next level of. Where is it? I'm waiting on the next level of this stuff right here, which means we're going to have to do these advanced circuits fairly soon. This is a fun mess. We're going to mess with that as we get to it, but I'm not going to build any modules until we get to this point, which means I'm not going to be building any of these parts until we get to that point. It's just not kind of, in my opinion, worth our time. So, all right, this is going to be the blue science maker. This should have all of the stuff in it as far as these go. So on this side, I want to tell you purple. And we can start making purple science immediately. Except I need the I need to copy that. No, not that. Thank you. All right, nice. You can have one of those. And you can have one of those. And we can turn you on. And run down to the end of the road over here and say... Now, there are two types of purple. One thing that's interesting about this science is that we... Research. There are two types of purple research. One is made with blue, and one is made with the yellow. Once we get the yellow constructed, we can start making two different types of things at that point. So it's one of those interesting things. We're going to be doing both of these as we go, but I think for right now, we're just going to let this produce some purple production, blue research. Beautiful, awesome. So we're going to let that roll for a little while. That's going to need to do some stuff for us, but that's going to allow us to have a little bit of fun once we get down into this area. I want to start producing that now, even though we don't have areas that are allowing us to get to it. Let me see here. It's going to make some of this other fun stuff a little bit easier, and whether or not we're going to actually use this, I don't know. Where are we going to be making this at? I know there's some things I want out of it. It's going to be down here in a little while again. I'd rather be making it right now than later, and again, it's going to be a lot of the production stuff. It's going to be a couple of things in here, I think, and I know there's some other things we got to be able to make with it. Power production, just a lot of this is going to be things that we're going to be unlocking as we move forward, and I don't really know if we're going to bother with this stuff. Maybe, I don't know, I have no idea. But at least we got some purple going, and purple will be allowing us to do some of the advanced productivity. How do I have that already? What is this? What do you do? I don't know. We're going to play around with that for a little while. We're going to let it work. Next step, now that we've got that done and we've got a little bit more time today, I want to go ahead and look at the yellow stuff so that we can start mixing yellow with purple to do the other one that we have, as well as doing some of the yellow unlocking of things. So actually, I don't even know, do we need that much? How about we shut that off for a little bit and we'll think about this. I'll let it fill up the boxes. That's okay. So yellow, what can we do to do yellow today? So Get rid of that one. Do this. Now, yellow, we have a few other things that we need to do. I went ahead and set up the silicon glass. Simply, that's just basically taking silicon and feeding it into a blast furnace or an electric furnace. So that wasn't too terribly hard to do. I'm waiting on this. I want to do all of these other parts before we do this because this is going to take us a long time. So we can unlock low density structures, electric engines, or energy cells. Either one of those can be done today. So let's see. I guess we have stuff and science. Lithium batteries is 75. Whoop, where did you go? Hope I didn't throw it down. So let's just grab some of this. We need that. Hand it in. Whoop, submit. Thank you. So that'll be allowing us to be able to make lithium batteries, which is pretty simple. Space, low density structures, 300. Let's see, can we do that? Can you click the right button, please? All right, cool. What are we short on this asteroid mining one? The railgun? Can I do the railgun today? That would be fun. That'd be something we can play with on another episode. Yes, we can. Excellent. Cool. That's a fun thing to kind of play with. So we can definitely kind of look at those two. So, all right. Energy cells, lithium batteries, railguns, low density structures. These shouldn't be impossible. Right? Where is it? We set up most of the stuff for this the other day. Yeah, this is one of those. Plastic, coke dust, lithium dust, cobalt dust, lime. Oh. Right. Right. How do we get cobalt? Is that the basic one? Because right now I believe we're getting it from tin. And I haven't been grinding tin for a really long time because we kind of still have a whole lot of tin back here because I accidentally let the system run too long. So, yeah, we have way too much tin and way too much any other things. So, well, can I do low density structures right now? Because I know we need those for the other things. So, tin plates, tungsten, plastic sheets, iron, aluminum. How much tungsten do we own at this point versus the aluminum? We're going to get to that point where we're going to kind of have some problems. So 3,000 of those, and we have 500 of those, 500 of that. How much aluminum are we eating up right now? Because I know we haven't set that up either. Aluminum's over where? Aluminum. We have not a whole lot of that either. So it might be a good time for us to start exploring the space system mining stuff. Do I have enough to unlock that, or am I going to wait for a little bit on that? 500 research. Well, those are going to require some stuff, right? They require this. Right? C01. Whoop, quit doing that. What do you require to make those? That's going to be the observatory package, the mining drone hub package, which is not impossible. And I'm assuming that's a however many, like a 1 or 2 time use. I don't know. I have no idea how these are going to work. I know that you have to have a mission profile, which means we need to wait on these. So we need to kind of let the system run a little bit, I guess, and make some more blue science. Best laid plans are always the ones that, you kind of tend to forget about what you're doing. So give me a second. Let me get my head squared and we'll be back. Okay, so a little bit of math and a little bit of thought, and I think looking around at what we can do, we can definitely do some of this other stuff. we got them unlocked. I think we're going to use this recipe right here, and what I will do in between episodes is set up another, what is it, this process right here, the aluminum crystal process, since we have again, 2 of these getting fuller and fuller by the minute, full of those crystals. Well, we can set that up over here, probably behind that mess back there like we did up here on this side for the silver, so that we'll be able to have plenty of the aluminum going forward. Titanium, we have still quite a bit of titanium up there. I think we can probably make it through quite a ways on the titanium for this, which means it's going to be an awful lot of titanium in here. It's still a lot of titanium to make this. The thing is tungsten, we don't have an easy access to that. We're getting that through I think it's this process right here. So that's not what I want to fool with as far as that goes. Tungsten, we're using it for other things, or we'll be using it for other things. So I guess with today, what we could probably do, did I unlock electric engines? Can I unlock electric engines? That's going to be right there. What's the dependency you're looking on? Lubricants. Lubricants, turning heavy oil into things. That's something we've been saving. So I should have enough stuff for that. Let's go down here, do that. Let's unlock the lubricant process, and then we can go forward doing that because we've been saving stuff for the things. Now, what we'll do is we'll let this fill back all the way up, and then we can unlock it's not in here. Next time, hopefully next time, we can unlock space, the asteroid mining stuff, so that we can start sending these guys out and getting us good stuff for other things. So, lubricant, what's that going to take to do lubricant? Lubricant shouldn't be too much more than just taking the gas residuals, heavy oils that we have, and feeding that into another chemical plant with this. So we should have that. Yeah, all right. Where is here? I think we still have a bunch of these, right? Yeah, okay, cool. And I need the chemical plant. I know we're kind of all over the place right now, and I do apologize, but I'm trying to come up with something to do today because we're kind of getting to a point where, trying to come up with stuff to do. So let's see. Where did I do with that? Thank you. All right. Chemical plant. And I think we'll put him right here, actually. And you are facing the wrong way, and you did that. Yes, so pick you up, bonk, bonk, and we'll set you there. Okay. Think that should do the work, and I think we'll probably say we can put lubricant in that one. So we have another fluid router. I need that box. What am I doing? Fluid router. I'm getting a little low on those. I need to make a few. Let's go do this. So I'll just break it. Can you get on the pipe? Thank you. I just don't want to accidentally put stuff in this one. So that, and then bottom is going to be that. And then I should be able to put this back on. Okay, so then we need to hook that into the system, which means I need to figure out what we need for lubricant. Lubricant is just heavy oil and gas residuals. Do I have access to both of those? We should have access to that both. Well, I mean, gas residuals are over here, right? We don't have a lot of that. How do we make those? Again, we're kind of getting into that line of how do we make certain things by doing certain things. So I need to be able to bring 2 chemicals over here, which means we'll do the same thing we did the last time. Can we possibly climb this thing and get up to where we need to go? Cool. Yeah, I think we can do this. Let me get this piped in, and then we'll get that going so we can get some lubricant, but we're going to have to do some work on some other things, looks like, as well. Alrighty then, 3 whole buckets of lubricant have been produced. I had to go shut this refinery off back here because it was eating all of our stuff. That's going to slow down the plastic process because this one was taking the heavy oil and turning it into naphtha, gasoline, and diesel, which is good because that means we'll quit wasting the diesel over here. But that's going to slow down the gasoline production just slightly, but that's fine. I'd rather be making lubricant at this point, so we'll leave this one sit. If we need to do some more work down here, we can do some more work. And I do have the ability to upgrade these. I just need to build the upgrades for them. Plus, we can start talking about modules eventually. Well, I should say, we can start talking about it eventually. These are kind of power hungry. They need at least 2 of these to work, so we did that kind of a little deal there. So lubricant, I'm a little concerned actually about the lubricant. So before we even start talking about making those engines, we need to make some more gas residuals, which I don't even know where we're getting it from right now. Oh, so we're getting that from doing that, which is coming out of the stuff over the hydrocarburation separator with the natural gas or with other things. So wow, I am going to have to probably spend a little bit of time working on that in between episodes. I think we're getting a little bit over the point where we can probably do some things, but it looks like we may need to start cracking some more of this stuff or doing whatever we're supposed to do to make some more of that. Because if we even want to think about using, well, I'm assuming this is, again, once again, the same old kind of deal. If we even want to think about making any of these, hardly at all. I mean, because these are going to take quite a bit of stuff to do. And processing, that machine right there is going to eat a lot of of lubricant. So we're probably actually going to have to start doing a little bit more than just that. So I think with the mess and the thing that I'm looking at my timer, this may be a little bit short or a little bit long episode. Just depends on how things go. I'm going to have to sit down and figure out how to make a lot more lubricant. Because in order for us to even progress further, we're going to need a lot more lubricant. So for now, I guess we got purple science done and we got some more things figured out. I will see you all in the next one, and hopefully we'll be a little bit more on top of stuff. But yeah, looks like we got a lot of chemical work we need to start thinking about if we want to get anywhere near building any of that. So I'll see you all in the next one. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.